U.S. Citizenship Civics Practice Test Number 2. In February of 2021, U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, USCIS, announced it would scrap former President Trump's revised naturalization civics test and restore the previous 2008 version of the civics test. Boundless Immigration has created 5 U.S. civics practice tests based on the 2008 version of the test. In this video, you will be presented with a question, followed by 4 multiple-choice options. Answers will be revealed after 5 seconds. A few things to note. There is no time limit in the real civics exam, and some adjudicators will allow applicants to skip questions and come back to them later. Questions are selected at random. Let's get started. Who is Commander-in-Chief of the military? The Vice President, the Secretary of Defense, the Attorney General, the President. Answer: the President. The President is the Commander-in-Chief of the military. The President is a civilian, not a military official. The writers of the Constitution wanted the Commander-in-Chief to be a civilian who is elected by the people. What move tried to end racial discrimination? Conservation, women's suffrage, prohibition, civil rights movement. Answer: civil rights movement. The civil rights movement tried to end racial discrimination. In many places, African Americans were not allowed to vote. They had to go to separate schools and use separate public spaces. In the 1950s and 1960s, people of all races worked for equal rights for all Americans. People gave speeches, organized peaceful marches and protests, and demanded that the government change its laws and protect the rights of all Americans. When do we celebrate Independence Day? March 4th, July 4th, June 30th, January 1st. Answer: July 4th. We celebrate Independence Day on July 4th. Representatives from the colonies signed the Declaration of Independence on July 4th, 1776. This is the day the United States declared independence from Great Britain. Who lived in America before Europeans arrived? Floridians, Canadians, no one, Native Americans. Answer: Native Americans. Native Americans lived in America before Europeans arrived. Each tribe has different religions, customs, and languages. Life changed for the natives who met the Europeans. Colonial settlers spread diseases, and settlers fought natives and took their land. What is one promise you make when you become a U.S. citizen? Not defend the Constitution and the laws of the U.S. Disobey the laws of the U.S. Never travel outside the U.S. Give up loyalty to other countries. Answer: give up loyalty to other countries. An immigrant completes many requirements to become a U.S. citizen. The final step is to take an oath of allegiance. You promise to be loyal to the United States and give up loyalty to other countries. You promise to defend the Constitution and obey the laws of the United States. And you promise to serve the United States when the government needs your help. What do we show loyalty to when we say the Pledge of Allegiance? Congress? The state where you live? The United States? The President? Answer: the United States. The Pledge of Allegiance is a promise to be loyal to the United States. We elect a U.S. representative for how many years? 6, 4, 2, 8. Answer: 2. We elect a U.S. representative for 2 years. Representatives can run for office as many times as they want. Their job is to represent the people who live in their district in the House of Representatives. What did Martin Luther King Jr. do? Become a U.S. Senator? Fought for women's suffrage? Fought for civil rights? Ran for President of the United States? Answer: fought for civil rights. Martin Luther King Jr. fought for civil rights and worked for equality for all Americans. He led thousands of men and women in nonviolent protests. The government passed the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965. These laws ended segregation and protected voting rights. Each year, in January, we celebrate Martin Luther King Jr. Day. When was the Declaration of Independence adopted? July 2nd, 1789, December 7th, 1787, March 4th, 1789, July 4th, 1776. Answer: July 4th, 1776. On July 4th, 1776, the colonists adopted the Declaration of Independence. Thomas Jefferson wrote the Declaration of Independence. It said the colonists were free from Great Britain. Under our Constitution, some powers belong to the states. What is one power of the states? Make treaties, coin or print money, provide schooling and education, create an army. Answer: provide schooling and education. State governments had the power to do many things. They provide schooling and education. State and local governments provide protection and safety, give driver's license, and approve zoning and land use. Who makes federal laws? The President, the states, Congress, the Supreme Court. Answer: Congress. Congress makes federal laws. A bill is a proposed law. Members of Congress can introduce bills. They debate the bill and make changes. Congress must agree to send the bill to the President. When the President signs the bill, it becomes a federal law. During the Cold War, what was the main concern of the United States? The Great Depression, communism, slavery, climate change. Answer: communism. The United States' main concern during the Cold War was communism. The Cold War was not a traditional war. It was cold because the United States and the Soviet Union did not fight each other directly. The Soviet Union was a communist country, while the United States had a capitalist economy. The United States and the Soviet Union competed for world power. Name one state that borders Mexico. Alabama, California, Florida, Arkansas. Answer: California. There are 4 states that border Mexico: California, Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas. All of the states that border Mexico were once part of Mexico. What are the 2 parts of the U.S. Congress? The House of Lords and the House of Commons. The House of Representatives and the courts. The Senate and the House of Representatives. The Senate and the courts. Answer: the Senate and the House of Representatives. The 2 parts of the United States Congress are the Senate and the House of Representatives. There are 100 members in the Senate. Every state elects 2 senators. Senators represent all the people in their state. The House of Representatives has 435 voting members. States with more people have more representatives. Representatives represent a district or part of each state. Who wrote the Declaration of Independence? Abraham Lincoln, Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, James Madison. Answer: Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson wrote the Declaration of Independence. He was an important political leader and thinker. He wanted to create a government for the United States that protected individual rights. The ideas of the Declaration of Independence helped shape the American government. What major event happened on September 11, 2001 in the United States? The Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor, an accident at 3 Mile Island nuclear plant, Hurricane Andrew struck the U.S., terrorists attacked the United States. Answer: terrorists attacked the United States. On September 11, 2001, Terrorists attacked the United States. They hijacked 4 American passenger airplanes. 2 planes hit the World Trade Center in New York City. 1 plane hit the Pentagon, a government building in Virginia. The last plane crashed into a field in Pennsylvania. Name 1 U.S. territory: Cayman Islands, Haiti, Bermuda, Guam. Answer: Guam. There are 5 major U.S. territories: Puerto Rico, U.S. Virgin Islands, American Samoa, Northern Mariana Islands, and Guam. Territories have their own local governments. They also must follow the laws of U.S. federal government. Why does the flag have 13 stripes? The stripes represent the number of signatures on the Constitution. It was considered lucky to have 13 stripes on a flag. The stripes represented the original colonies. The stripes represent the members of the Second Continental Congress. Answer: the stripes represented the original colonies. The United States flag has 13 stripes because there were 13 original colonies. Great Britain governed the 13 colonies, which the colonists did not like. They fought the British and won the War of Independence in 1783. The 13 original colonies became the first states. Name 1 reason colonists came to America: for the experience traveling across the ocean, to join a civics group, freedom, none of the above. Answer: freedom. Colonists came to America because they wanted political liberty, religious freedom, and economic opportunity. Governments in Europe ruled the colonists, but the colonists were free to decide many things for themselves. Name 1 war fought by the United States in the 1900s. Revolutionary War, World War I, War of 1812, Civil War. Answer: World War I. The United States fought 5 wars in the 1900s: World War I, World War II, the Korean War, the Vietnam War, and the Gulf War. In 1917, 2 million American soldiers went to France to help end World War I. This is the end of the test. How did you do? Let us know in the comments. If you'd like to see a full list of U.S. citizenship test questions and answers, hit the link on your screen. And if you found this video helpful, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Boundless on YouTube. Thanks for watching.